Hello everybody. In the last class we discussed about the structure of neuron, and today we will discuss about the different types of neuron. Different types of neuron. There are three major types of neuron. These three types of neuron are functional types. We are discussing a differentiating neuron with their functions. Functionally, three types of neuron we are discussing here. Structurally also three types of neuron. That is unipolar, bipolar and tripolar. That is different. Here we are discussing about functional difference in the neuron. So first is the sensory neuron. Second type of neuron. First is sensory neuron. Second type of neuron is called as motor neuron. And third one is called as relay neuron. Even called interneuron, relay neuron. These sensory neurons are called as receptors because they are receiving impulses from external environment. As per the name sensory neuron, in which region of the body they are present? In sense organs. How many sense organs are there? Basically 5: eyes, ear, nose, tongue and skin. These are the 5 sense organs, and in these 5 sense organs, these sensory neurons are present and they are receiving external stimuli. That's why they are called as receptors. The neurons, sensory neurons which are present in the region of eyes, they are able to detect light. They are receiving light and hence they are called as photoreceptors. They are called as photoreceptors. In the region of ear, that is phonoreceptor, receiving sound. That's why they are called as phonoreceptor. In the region of nose, to detect smell, they are called as olfactory receptors. Tongue identify taste and hence called as gustatory receptors. And in skin, they are able to find out or able to recognize temperature and hence called as thermoreceptor. So in skin, there is neuron which are able to detect temperature, heat and cold, that is called as thermoreceptor, whereas to detect hard and soft object, it is also called as tangoreceptors. We are able to find out hard and soft material, so that is called as tangoreceptor. So these are the various receptors present on sensory part or sensory organs, whatever may be the sensory regions are there, and these sensory receptors or sensory neurons are called as receptor. What is the role of this sensory neuron? The role of sensory neuron is to receive impulses from sensory part or sense organ. Receive what they receive? Stimuli. They receive stimuli from sensory organ or sense organ and carry it up to central nervous system, that is brain or spinal cord. That is the role of sensory neuron, to detect or to receive stimuli from sensory region and pass it to central nervous system, that is brain or spinal cord. Next is the motor neuron. The role of motor neuron is they are carrying or they are bring message back from central nervous system to effector region, or you can say effector muscles. What they bring back? They bring back action, reply for that particular stimuli that we used to call response. They bring response from central nervous system to effector region sorry, or effector muscles. Last is the relay neuron, also called as interneuron or connectors. Motor neuron are also called as effectors. Like their sensory neuron are called as receptor, these motor neuron are called as effectors. And these are called as connectors. Relay neurons are called as connectors. Connector means they connect. They help to connect motor neuron and sensory neuron. And these neurons are generally present in the region of brain and spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord. So how they are located? This sensory neuron and motor neuron, for example, we take example of simple example of spinal cord supposed to be. So if suppose this is the spinal cord, if suppose this is a spinal cord, then from this side of spinal cord, if suppose this is motor neuron or give me sensory neuron, doesn't matter. If suppose this is sensory neuron, here one ganglia is there. Same from this side. This is motor nerve. This is motor neuron or motor nerve. So this is sensory and this is motor. Both run parallel. What sensory will do? Sensory will bring a message. So the movement of sensory is like this. It will come, it brings stimuli to spinal cord. In spinal cord also, here certain neurons are there. These are the relay neuron, interneuron what we call. These are the relay neuron. These one are the relay neuron. So what will happen here? Whatever information or stimuli comes from sensory neuron, or you can call it from receptor, via relay neuron, now response goes to motor neuron, and these motor neuron carry up to effector region or effector muscles. That is how sensory neuron and motor neuron runs parallel to each other. Both are running together. One bring stimuli, other carry the response. In this way, response and stimuli together work to give result for particular movement or for particular action. So here we study about this motor neuron as well as relay neuron. Apart from this sensory neuron, motor neuron and relay neuron, again we have other three types of neuron or nerve cells or nerve fibers are there. That is the spinal nerves, cranial nerves and visceral nerves. What is this spinal nerve, cranial nerve and visceral nerves? We will discuss in the next part.